Good morning guys, it is Sunday 22nd of September and today is race day. Today is the IRONMAN 70.3 in Western Sydney at the Regatta Centre in the beautiful town of Penrith. It is an early wake-up call this morning, 4 o'clock, it's 4:30 right now. But just getting ready, getting my stuff ready, and right now just having my customary bagel for breakfast. A must-have just before race day. Yesterday I went to the venue, racked up my bike, just make sure everything was fine before I left it. Registered and got all my stuff. Bid number 657 for today. As you can see, got all my stuff packed here. Got my race nutrition. This will be my gels on the bike. Bit of salt tablets. My pack on the run in a plastic bag, so it's easy just to grab and go. And then in terms of my hydration, I've got my two Morton drinks, which is a concentrated mix in this drink bottle, which will be my main one at the back. Not going to be using this one, it's just for this morning. This is my electrolytes, which will be going into my hydration flask, which will be in the middle of my bike. And then I've got my Aero hydration kit here, which will just be water, which I use to refill with water bottles at the hydration stations through this hole. So yeah, I just thought I'd vlog today. Haven't really been vlogging properly the last couple of events, even though I did film I think half of it. I haven't really properly videoed it, so I haven't edited it, so I haven't uploaded anything. But in June, which was a couple of months ago, I did do my first Ironman in Cairns. It's actually the first half distance that I'm doing in nearly a year, pretty much, since Langkawi in October. So yeah, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be fast, but I'm actually pretty excited, looking forward to it. Don't have to worry about a 12-hour plus day. The race starts at 7:15 for me because this year they've got a sprint try. So they're gonna go first at 6:50, I think. So we just start after 7. I'll probably get in the water by 7:30. So we're gonna leave soon, leave at 5, get to the venue at about 6. And yeah, go to transition, make sure everything's fine, get the bike all kitted up, and then do a little warm up before the swim. Just gonna do a little mobility, a little bit of stretching here on my nieces and nephews' baby mat, but I've got my stuff here to do so. So yeah, no one ever feels good at 4 o'clock in the morning, so gotta wake up the muscles and then we'll be headed on our way. Alright, we have just now made it here to the Regatta Centre in Penrith, just in time for the sunrise. 6 o'clock on the dot, just in time. Did my toilet break just in the toilets over there, so I don't have to worry about lighting up with the crowds once we get to the venue. And already 2 good toilet stops. That is a good sign. Good sign, nothing hopefully is going to go wrong while I'm racing. So last 2 days been carb loading. Literally been eating 2 full loaves of bread over the last 2 days. Was targeting about 600 to 700 grams of carbs each day, and just imagine 2 slices of bread is 40 grams, so was having 6 slices each meal 6 times. So that's 2 full loaves of bread. Definitely allow yourself a little bit more time when you pike, because as you can see, it's quite a bit of a walk from the piking to the actual venue. Have to go all the way around the lake and over the bridge. Look at the swim course right there. The beautiful lake. Beautiful freshwater lake. Not looking forward to the swim though. The swim is going to be super cold. It's I think 16-17 degree water, so wetsuit mandatory this morning, but even a wetsuit mandatory, it's pretty darn cold.
7.3. We got there. Start line. So you will see.
Yeah, I'll get the bag.
If you are feeling nervous first timers, I understand you probably haven't slept. Backward race. Why don't you just pump this up a little bit?
Radio, this is me. Radio, this is us. 6:57. Not too ideal. It's a bit close to the swim finish, so I have to run quite a way with my shoes on. But let's get set up. Alright, for hydration, you got the bottles at the back, my hydration flask here, and then my front hydration here. Next thing to do is to put my batteries in. I've got the Garmin pedals, so these batteries into here, and then also my power pedals, so my crank power meter. Alright, we are all good to go. Got all my hydration in, 3 sets, helmet set in place, bike computer good to go. Just need to turn on, ready to press play, and got my transition set here. So wetsuit off, shoes on, helmet on, and then when I come back, just grab these 3: nutrition, the belt, the hat, the sunnies, and then put my run shoes on, and we're good. Done. Got my timing chip on. Good to go.
Today to pay our respects to the land that we stand upon. While you're here in Durham country.
Outline very soon, so just keep moving forward. I understand it's a little bit of a jam, but we're going to get you down to the swim. Keep going, keep going. I want to hear some noise. 3, 2, 1, make some Sydney, here we go. IRONMAN 70.3. Good to see Timmy Reed. All right, green caps, start making your way down.
Alright, here we go. Dive off the pontoon, start the swim. Wasn't a very good start for me. Even in the first 700 meters, my chest felt tight. Even along this first stretch all the way down the lake, you know, I wasn't able to breathe very deep, and then there was a point I even wanted to hold on to one of the lifeguards just for a few moments just to catch my breath, but I just continued to power on. You could see here, this is after we've done the 750 meters coming back and going to the bridge, which felt like the longest time. I saw the bridge, I knew I was close to the finish, but that last stretch just took forever. And you could see my stroke rate just went all the way down, and I was struggling at that point. Couldn't wait to finish, and then as soon as I came out, I knew my swim was very, very slow. Arms and shoulders were pretty tired, so it was pretty slow to get the wetsuit off, to catch my breath. You can see my heart rate was super high after that swim. And then I also had trouble getting my tri-suit on with the sleeves and being wet and everything, so I just ended up taking my time here to catch my breath. Next time I think I'm just gonna try to swim with the wetsuit on so I don't lose a lot of time in transition. So that was a little bit longer than normal, just over 4 minutes by the time I got myself sorted and got my bike. But super happy to be out on the bike. You could see a lot of the people with the fast bikes were probably well ahead of me, and now it was just time now to catch up to everyone. Didn't want to do anything fancy with a flying mount or anything, just get on my bike and off I go. So yeah, just here, just passing through the fams. Generally the bike was really good, it was keeping on track, was comfortable with the power, and just wanted to make sure I had enough in the legs for the run. So I was able to only beat my time really by 1 minute versus last year, which I thought I'd do a lot better at. But yeah, the power was a lot less than last year. I only averaged 164, so stayed within myself, and then had fresh legs on the run. My family didn't make it back in time for the transition, but I did a really good transition, less than 2 minutes. Did a flying dismount for the first time, and yeah, felt good on the run. First 10Ks, first 12Ks was really good. Kept to my planned pace, which was 5:33, and I can see my average pace just going up and up and up as I struggled. Here's Nat waiting for me along the stretch. But yeah, around halfway was when I started to feel it, started to feel the sickness coming through, and then it all went downhill in the last 3 kilometers. Had to walk the aid stations, had trouble breathing, and my average pace just plummeted. Went very quickly to 5:40, 5:45, and then in the last 2 Ks on the last stretch, I had to walk a few times because I physically couldn't breathe. As you can see here, gasping for air. But yeah, just on the last stretch, I had pain down the back of my lungs, probably from coughing and the sickness from a few days ago. And yeah, just physically couldn't breathe, so I had to just stop, get myself, and then one final push down the chute, and I was in pain and so happy to finish. So didn't really get the sub 2 hours half marathon. I got a 1:57 last year, and you can see here I just needed to stop, and I was gonna spew as well. Here's my mum with the video, gave her a big hug, and I was just done. You know, my heart rate and my energy levels were still fine. I just couldn't like physically breathe, and I was struggling at the finish. So yeah.
Alright guys, that's another Western Sydney done and dusted. Not really the result I was expecting. I think the sickness took its toll on me a lot more than I would have liked. But yeah, sub 6, 5:42 official time. And my PB here last year was 5:37, so I was 5-6 minutes off. And yeah, so just quickly started on the swim, and within the first 500 meters, really on the first big stretch, I already felt my breathing wasn't full. I was short of breath. Yeah, there was actually a point that I really felt out of breath for some reason because of the sickness, and there was a small moment that I actually thought I was gonna pull out. Like my chest was tight and I didn't feel good, so but I just kept pushing on, and then got into my stride after like a kilometer or so, and then yeah, got through that bridge just behind me, but I think the current was heading the other way, so I was fighting the current. It's not really a current, but since I'm a bad swimmer and it's fresh water, I just struggled through the whole thing, and my swim time was 51 minutes. So bad I was thinking 45 minutes given all my training in the last year. It's 1 minute slower than last year, which is pretty sad. And then got on the bike. Bike was pretty good. I think I beat my last year's time. Averaged 33 Ks on the bike. Transition was good. Did the flying dismount. 2 minutes on transition. The run was also okay. I was on track, I think, to match last year's pace, but again, I was short of breath. I couldn't really dig deep, and the last 3 kilometers I just fell apart. The last 4 Ks, the last 3 Ks absolutely fell apart, and yeah, I just couldn't breathe, had a stitch on the inside of my body, and I just had to walk the last 3 Ks when I really wanted to just push it and just smash it out. So yeah, didn't get a sub 2 half marathon this year. It was 1:57 last year. It was 2:02 this year. So yeah, not really the race I was hoping for. Yeah, didn't really fully recover from my sickness, but lots of things to learn from.